as they come down now towards the start, and you'll see there is a starter there on the side. That is the finish line, the start line, a little bit further down the front row, and green flag is in the air, and we are underway here at the Circuit of the Americas as our drivers are now heading up turn one. And you can see Mark Bowden protecting all the way to the inside as Scotty B. White tries to throw that Viper very deep down the inside.
Off to the right, wide, very wide.
Yeah,
2 cars, 3 cars off wide. Track limits there.
Exactly, and as we mentioned, it gets very narrow on exit.
All right, looks like a pretty clean start for both race groups at this point in time. We've got our leaders now coming through 12 here. That's Mark Bowden coming through first as they make this little hairpin, and then got the big sweeper before you get the last 2 corners heading on to that front straight here. Like we said earlier, everybody looks pretty clean and tidy here as they come through this section of the racetrack. Here is our cars here coming out of turn 18, and now they're coming onto the front straight.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got a car that might be off
right now going towards the wall. Oh, off the wall right there. That is at the exit of turn 18, it looks like, or going into turn 18.
Yeah, coming out of 18, going into 19. Yeah, no, we've got impact at the wall over there, as you can see. Drivers right. That is, I believe, with our second group, with our Super Touring group. We'll get the number on that car. further back from there, again, we get Todd Clark and Ross Murray. Clark is your T3 leader in his BMW 330 CI out of Fox Island, Washington. Ross Murray running second in class in the Ford Mustang. So real tight battle at the moment here in T3, about a second separating those two drivers a little bit further back in the pack.
Car going a little slow here on the left. That looks like
I believe that
be white.
Well, on the left right-hand side there, going off, that's coming out of the hairpin. That is the silver Subaru or Scion. I think that might be Angelica Sprehe.
Okay.
That is off. Who we were just talking about, who was our pole sitter in the class.
Here they are coming down through 2 and heading off towards the S's here. So it's lots of different things going on. Got the COTA safety crew there with that car.
But if we look at Touring 3, right now your leader is Todd Clark in his BMW 330 Ci, then Kenny Russo, about 0.8 of a second separating those two drivers, then Ross Murray in his Ford Mustang.
That is kind of our race reset here up at the front with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in our first race of the day. Good to go, good to have fun, and we are just zooming right along here, Mr. Ginsburg.
Yeah, we certainly are, and I'm still confused.
It's just, sometimes I get caught up just in how beautiful everything is here. You know, it's just, everything looks like it's supposed to look like in a racetrack, and it's just fun to watch this.
Yeah,
I'm as much of a fan as anybody else.
Oh, yeah, you're hearing these little pauses from me as I'm kind of just sitting here stunned watching this racing unfold. We were talking about elevation changes and what have you, and I know you made the comparison to Road America, and there are so many classic American tracks, whether it be Road America, whether it be Road Atlanta, whether it be, I'll take a West Coast track that we're not going to for the Super Tour, but has held the runoffs in the past, Sonoma Raceway, that are literally built into the land. And they basically, they didn't change the grading of the land to suit the racetrack. This area here at Circuit of the Americas, whether it be turn 1 or whether it be almost everything else here, has been laid out, and there's been a lot of filter put in. Mounds and mounds and millions of pounds of filter to create some of these elevation changes here, but it has made for an amazing racetrack. And I know that, you know, there are different feelings as far as the quality of, you know, what it's like to race at COTA for maybe formula cars versus some of the cars that don't have a lot of aerodynamic downforce to them. But almost everybody, they leave this facility just in awe of not only the track itself, but the facility itself.
We got about 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this race, which means we're not going to be too far away from the 1 to go sign here as we get ready to wrap this thing up here. And, you know, good racing all throughout the fields.
Indeed, Brian, and our starters, they're holding that white flag at their hip, and it is now out. White flag being displayed.
There we go. Yep.
And being waved. And then our T3 winner, finishing 7th overall, is Ross Murray out of Marina Del Rey, California, in a Ford Mustang. Todd Clark will come home in second. And actually, they're just crossing the stripe now, so I really jumped the gun there, Brian.